Hello there everyone and welcome back. I have gotten a massive amount of resource units out of that last episode, and thankfully we are finally done with this dang expedition that I involuntarily ended up embarking on. For I did not find the Mech that I was not the Mech but the Drenkend. I'm getting my races mixed up now. You know this is going downhill already, but I was looking for Drenkend and I did not find them, so instead we just surveyed all of the Wendigo Cluster, got some information on our Sci-Fi facility, and now I think I'm ready to get back to the meat of this story, the meat of this playthrough, which is going to figure out a little bit more about this little weird 3 years priority that the Drenkend are kind of obliging themselves to. And I am basically as far forward as I can. Only thing that might be closer might be Earth itself. But I want to say it's a little bit close, it's definitely tenuous, but I feel like if I just book it straight to Epsilon Fathom, I should be able to safely make it back unless I somehow chance upon a refueling station, which is a big if, and I'm not exactly excited about it, but as you can see I practically doubled the crew on the Terran Soul. So we are prepared for anything that comes our way, even in Scryve Territory. For hell, I have a maxed out fleet for crying out loud. I have basically 2 of everything here. We got 2 Taiwan defenders, we got 2 Rohite defenders, we got a sonar, we got Jeboix. Oh god, I'm gonna stop now. We got false on frigates, we got everything. That's the point I'm trying to get at. Pay no attention to my awful pronunciations. We already knew this was a thing. You knew what you were in for as soon as you clicked on that video link. But this should be nice and quick, because since after all I did upgrade my hyperdrive engines, and while it just means I'm burning my fuel reserves even faster, it means these ships can't catch us. It doesn't even look like they're trying, if I were to be so honest. So this is going to be nice and quick and a lot less dramatic than I thought it would be. I figured we would have to fight tooth and claw to get to this system here. Now I'm just going to have to figure out how to fill in all the downtime that we're having right now. Normally the Scryve would be obliging me at this point, but I'm hoping to get some information here and figure out what the hell is going on with the Drenkend. Why the hell this one Mech, assuming the Mech's even still here, why they're telling the Drenkend to attack everyone with that doesn't have 3 years, quite frankly. It's a really weird one. Oh god, we got a battle cruiser to contend with if we're gonna try and say hello to our Mech friend. I'm tempted to just murder that thing right now, if I were to be so honest. It's extra resources, and it's been a while since I've had to really put some effort into my fights. And hell, it wasn't even going to give me a chance to hail this Mech anyway. Oh well. There's no fire at will?
Oh, it's one of those humans!
Interesting.
Wow, they weren't kidding about your sheep.
I'm curious, who think there's a Scryve on your ship? Wait, we met some Drenkend who think there's a Scryve on your ship. I'm just curious, did we get hailed by the battlecruiser, or is this a Mech? I'm confused now. Seems only beings with three ears can live. Okay, we have some questions about your ears. I want to get to the bottom of this. Tell us your secret about your dang fake ear. I know it's not real. I see the springboard on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a prank, isn't it?
So here's the story. Due to circumstances, my people recently came into possession of an enormous supply of fake ears.
Oh. Well, that's easy.
Your next question, and I don't want to get into it. It's a weird galaxy. We found a near cache. It happens. Shut up.
Well, I wasn't going to ask where you found it.
Anyways, we knew that to monetize this earfall, we'd have to find a buyer for those ears.
Okay.
So I got sent out here to convince the Drenkend that they needed 3 ears.
Well, they need 3 years, but
this by using treachery.
That doesn't explain why. Well, treachery, I suppose. Why would the Drenkend need 3 years? Well, apparently the Scryve order, I suppose, or the fake order.
We discovered a long time ago that the Drenkend are genetically conditioned to follow all Scryve orders.
Yeah, this makes sense. Go on.
Using a different form of treachery, I acquired a Scryve military helmet, the kind their naval legates wear.
I don't know how you managed to.
While wearing that, I hailed a passing Drenkend task force and told them they had to have 3 ears from now on.
Okay.
Which this ship, owned by their delightful Mech peers, would be willing to sell them at a pretty amazing markup. because I was being pretty careless with my language. It seems that both the ship and their entire civilization have extrapolated that order into something worse.
Sounds like you're trying to get you're trying to get out of it.
Wipe out all aliens with more or less than 3 ears.
Well, why didn't you correct it then, damn it?
Weird galaxy. These things happen. Good thing we didn't find a genital cache.
Oh god.
Anyways, ear-based genocide. It's bad, but you know, we're getting paid.
I don't think I can bleach that thought out of my head. Good god, I don't even want to imagine it any further. Good god. Well, this is weird. All I gotta really say. Good god, how do we fix it? You should be able to fix it easily enough. You can augment your orders right now that you got your damn sails, for crying out loud. Yet you didn't bother to clean up your mess, as it were. Oh well, how specifically did you use treachery?
We discovered a long time ago that the
Oh
Drenkend
wait, I
was
already
a
understood
net
this,
foe
damn it.
using then, which this ship, because I was being pretty careless.
Alright, I already gone
again,
through this, dang it. I for some
anyways,
reason thought we asked a
ear-based
different
genocide.
question.
It's bad they didn't fall for anything. They have to follow orders from the Scryve. Deep-rooted conditioning, right down there in their brainstems.
Yeah, I
Their
suppose.
heads would explode if they didn't.
Oh boy.
Well, probably not explode. I'm not a doctor. Catch fire?
Well, they're gonna explode anyway from their suicide
Anyways,
attacks.
They can't not follow a Scryve order, is the main thing. If anything, you should pity them. The Scryve are terrible at giving orders.
I think you're one
I'm
terrible
sure
at
the
it.
Drenkend don't like steering their little fighters into the side of enemy ships.
Okay, he's got a point. I can't fault him on that, good god. Can you get the Drenkend to stop? You could do a lot of things, yet it's for the bottom line, in all honesty, is what it came down to.
Not really, no.
Why not?
One, they go through Drenkend, and by extension ears, at a hell of a rate.
I can imagine.
This ear scam is now a pretty big profit center for my entire
Yeah, I
civilization.
figured as much.
Also, we don't have the Scryve helmet anymore.
Oh, you lost it now too.
A Scryve ship passing by detected we had it, and oh boy, was that a pointed discussion.
They were not
There's
happy.
a Scryve supply depot in the Theta Boclos system, where you might find a nether, if you like antagonizing the Scryve.
Oh, we've already done that.
Which I can tell you do.
Yep, repeatedly.
Say, tell you what, I'll come with you. For
Really?
entirely unselfish reasons.
Liar.
It's weird you'd even question it.
Liar.
Besides, you'll
I don't
need
believe you.
These helmets take some practice to work. Practice I have. Then, once we get the helmet, if we head back to the Drenkend homeworld, I'll tell them to kill different aliens for you.
Okay.
Or none at all. Whatever.
Well, you had me tempted on killing Scryve, but we already know they're not going to fall for that. We really got a mech ship. This is a weird turn of events. Oh, now the Scryve want to fight us. This is kind of what I was originally preparing for, but we did it in completely wrong order. Hey, how's it going?
I cannot tell you how delighted
Oh, there's nothing new here, is there? Maybe I should just fire it well. It just seems too, fleet bonuses. Okay, for a moment, I know we have an upgrade there that boosts the damage to everything. I just figured it was shown here. Alright, I know what to do here. This thing has a lot of range. The Muke, the Grasper did relatively well, I want to argue, but either something that's really mobile is kind of key here. No way I'm using the Terran Soul, even with the hypersonic nuke. If that thing starts getting picked apart at a bad rate, then it's gonna suck. The Defender's another choice, although its mobility is kind of bad if I were to be honest. What's the fastest thing I got? Really, that's what it comes down to. What's got the best speed to kind of ideally pick up power-ups for longer term if I can't somehow kill this thing in a single, with a single ship. Taiwan Defender is, yeah, Taiwan's like the fastest thing I got, and the Muke. Alright, so I guess we'll go with the Taiwan. Grab power-ups and just chip this thing down, ideally. That's going to be my main strategy for now. To get us prepared for really dealing with this thing, because look at the health on that cursed ship. As much as I made sound I was itching for a real fight, this is still going to take some work. Especially when all I'm getting is just crew upgrades. And no, you're not destroying my dang drones. That was not at all what I want. And that was bad shooting, needless to say. Don't you dare shoot at my dang drones. I want to harass you with the cursed things. It's not the most convenient, is it? Especially, I don't know if the AI is activating the flak because of the drones now, because of like the balance change, or hold that thought. We're about to get company. Come on, at least get a hit into cursed things. That's kind of what I would like more than anything. Well, some good hits. For very little damage, but we're chipping it down a lot more. I just gotta be mindful of the dang border at this point. Ooh, that was a near miss. Nope, ran out of power, never mind. Still doing amazing damage. That flak is kind of crap, besides for maybe being an easy way to hit something that's really mobile. Or at least some— oh god, I take that back. I was not paying attention for where its facing was. That hurt. Ow. That hurt too, I think. I didn't notice if I lost health from that. But let's try this again and try and juke out the— oh, I was kind of hoping to juke it out, but I took it full on for a moment there. Not really convenient. Oh god. At least it burns through a lot of his energy. Nice, nice. If I can somehow kill this thing without losing a ship, that would be great. It's not going to be easy. Up the gas cloud. This should win it for me easily. Just because— oh, never mind. Never mind. It's already bailing. So I'm not going to get the damage I want. Ow. Yes, hit it, hit it. Well, that worked out well. 2,000 resource units, and we got ourselves what we want. Surprisingly quick. And the Mech ship is in our reserves, which is the one downside of honestly having too many ships. What do we have here? Unidentified object and a lot of thunderclouds. I was talking about mazes before. This looks like a real maze. Good god. I don't even know what that is. Come on. Oh, it's just a ship. Not worth my time. Not yet, at least. Also, let's figure out where we need to go next for that refuel or was it supply facility? Zeta Boklos. I don't want autopilot, I just want to know where it is. It would make it a lot more convenient if you could just do that for me. Let's see, it was Beta Boklos? Oh. Quite a ways further. I don't think I can reach that far though. That's the only problem. And now, I have no way to get back. So it looks like we're forced to figure out what the hell we're supposed to go. Unless I can at least go see it measured. Would that be accommodating? There's only one way to find out, and at this point I don't have much of a choice, do I now? It's not the most convenient, is it? Oh, another ship. We can get a lot of ships. Is this one I think we already had this one, it's just hard to tell, because I can't conveniently zoom in. We'll check this last anomaly, and then we'll try our attempt with the measures. See, in all honesty, I can go deeper into Scryve Territory. It just seems suicidal, since it's putting me away from a refueling station. Or someplace to refuel. Oh, another B-Wing, or as I'm so gonna dub it. Although the turbulence is probably not recommended, since that's been the main way I've been losing my landers. It's just too much wind, as silly as it may sound. But we got that done surprisingly fast, with very little trouble. Almost quite literally very little trouble. We even dealt with a battle cruiser without a single loss. Ooh, a lot of resources here, but I'm pretty certain, yeah, the superflu is a mythical, which we're gonna hang on to. Worst case, I can always sell it when I have a huge abundance, but I want to hang on to it for like side quests and all that stuff. Never mind, the Lexite facility is going to require something at least for me to activate it, if I'm going to assume. So what is this structure?
I think we found another precursor ruin here, sir.
Do tell.
I think this was a factory once. These look like arms and booms for building ship hulls.
Ooh, I'm impressed.
Along with a lot of other things I don't recognize. Looks like some equipment's been removed. Cutting torch scars in a few places.
There's scavengers,
Someone
figures.
else has been here. Well, let's see if they missed anything.
What do we get? A portable fuel pod. That sounds promising. I don't know if that's actually upgraded or an upgrade or not. It's called a portable portable fuel pods, so does that mean I could put it in a different slot? I'm curious. Although, there's no way to really find out until we actually find some place to refit ourselves. That's going to be a bit of a problem this far out in the middle of nowhere. Oh well. It's a good find nonetheless. It was worth my time. And the superfluid was what was giving me all those resources too. So I'm gonna have to seriously consider selling some of that stuff at some point. Where the hell do I go next? There's a Drenkend there. I am burning fuel out here in hyperspace, so I might as well go now. I already was planning to go see the measured, so I might as well. And all the while I should keep an eye on the mini-map up here for any potential precursor stations. I don't know how likely that is, mind you. We'll try our luck. Come on, give me something of good news. Knowing my luck, well, I don't even know where our homeworld will be, but at least we can explore all of the measured territory. I just hope they're friendly. Oh, wait, salvation. Salvation, oh my god, we found a starbase. Perfect. Hello.
Caution. This facility has recently come online after 205,432 years.
That sounds consistent.
Starbase and storytelling functionality may not be as delightful as normal.
Yeah, you need to get with the times, buddy. But thank god. Ooh, new components. Perfect. Let's do some starbase stuff. And let's take a look at this mech ship there. We already have an idea what they're capable of from the one encounter. They apparently can summon reinforcements and they drop a lot of mines. I don't recall if the mines actually move or they're stationary though, but for his sake, I don't know if he would like to get himself blown up, but what would I replace him with? Well, easy answer there, Taiwan Defender, since it's kind of already taken a bit of a beating, hasn't it? There. Welcome to the crew, you're probably gonna die. Although, let's be serious, we've been doing well with my fleet. I won't argue. Now, I don't think there's much in resources to sell, aside for the exotic stuff. Oh, did I accidentally sell everything? Well, that was inconvenient. What happened to sell all conventionals? Well, did I just screw up there somehow? This used to be sell conventionals last I checked, right? Well, that terrifies me. Now we have no resources for a dang Lexite facility. Which means I'm gonna have to find somewhere. I don't trust you, but you at least have a bonus of some kind. Reduces the resource cost of everything at starbases and other shops. That is substantial. You are worth keeping around just for that, if I were to be so honest. I still don't trust you. I don't trust you one bit. But we're seeing the discount already there. To an extent, is there anything... I gotta figure out where these upgrades are, new options that they mentioned. The cuddle drive, we already know about that. Weaponry. Incoming shields. I like my point defense. It would be good for specific opponents like the Kasanti. Ooh, phasers. Both... Oh, this is an upgrade version of the point defense. I guess I can't say no to that. And a persistent missile. Allows this warhead... So what the hell is the hypersonic nuke? Yeah, it's a deadly homing nuclear missile. So is this like a passive buff? I have no idea anymore. Because that's the basic nuke there. And I'm just going to go with the phaser and at least being what looks like an upgrade version of the point defense. Let's keep it simple. And let's not go too ridiculous on selling stuff, since I kind of would like to save it up for my dang fuel tank. Speaking of which, this portable fuel pod, oh. It's not as exciting as I thought it would be, it's just the older version we got before. Never mind. I was excited for no reason. What else did we do? What else do we got? Fleet amplifying. So we already got something better than that, but we could stack it up if necessary. Ooh, fleet deflector. This is worth getting rid of the regular deflector if I were to be so honest. How much does it cost, though? Where are you again? 9,000, so I'll happily take you. It's practically the same thing, but better. In almost every way. Now, what do we get here? Not really anything of note. Okay, I think we're done here. The only thing I could think of is maybe faster speed, which, nope, we do not. We're golden. We're refit. We're saved. The embarrassment of being out of fuel in the middle of nowhere. Possibly in hostile territory. Possibly in hostile territory, so this...
Exception. Civil farewell not found.
Civil farewell not found to you too, buddy. You have saved me more ways than one upon this discovery. Well, let's go introduce ourselves if nothing else. Maybe they'll be so kind to tell me where their homeworld is. I don't know what exactly I want from them, besides for saying hello to our neighbors. Nope, and they're already coming our way. This may be a mistake. The measure are here, let's fire at will. As our introduction, huh?
Permission to initiate interspecies interaction level A8.
Yeah, you don't sound happy to see us. Oh, permission? So he's not even saying hello to us. Pardon? Well, we don't have much choice, I suppose.
Permission to repeat previous permission seekage.
Okay, so they're very disciplined type people, I suppose. Permission granted?
That is not the appropriate permission granted response.
Well,
fine. Self-permission granted to initiate interspecies interaction with sub-intelligent species, level A1.
okay. You speak fluent English, but God, you need to learn how to say hello for crying out loud.
What do you want?
Thank you. We're seeking allies. Well, he is talking normally. That's kind of the catch right there. Let's not interrogate. Let's at least give him a good laugh, I suppose.
There are several bylaws prohibiting us from even dignifying that with a response.
I figured.
We are the Scryve Empire's most loyal servants, sub-intelligent species.
Sub-intelligent? Well, tell us if you have a homeworld. You're not being very helpful, I'm afraid.
Nothing so crude as that.
Crude?
We have a head office. It is located in the Delta Domos system, but you will not be welcome there.
Oh. Well, at least they're kind enough to give us directions, I suppose. Tell us about yourself, if you're willing.
This is a bylaw enforcement vessel belonging to us, the Measured, Pinnacle Ward species in the Empire of the Scryve.
Yeah, this sounds like this is not going to end well. It's going to end with one ship being destroyed, doesn't it? What is your role in the Scryve Empire?
Currently, we are the wisest and sole occupants of the administrative limb of said empire. We handle all bookkeeping, accounting, and quality assurance processes necessary for the successful implementation of all matters imperial.
I wonder if the Scryve even
We
care.
have served in this capacity since 4624 ME. Some 8,500 years by your reckoning.
So a long time. So they kind of acclimate pretty well to the being subservience, huh? So you're allies of the Scryve. What kind of name is the Measured? Let's not insult them more.
We are the Scryve, in everything but biological terms.
I suppose that's true. What kind of name is the Measured? Well, I might as well ask. Maybe they'll be forthcoming.
An accurate one, and thus an excellent one. We had another name once. We no longer know it. Those records were lost to time.
Oh well, I guess that answers my question. Your idiots lost your own names. Well, they probably don't really care. Or they've been disciplined enough by a Scryve to learn their lesson.
Many records from the years prior to our ascension to this post have been lost. As old archives and records are discovered, we fill these discrepancies as best we can. If you encounter any such record caches yourself, please deliver them to our head office at Delta Domos.
But didn't you say we wouldn't be
If
welcome?
needed, we will find some trinket or shiny thing to reward you.
Well, I guess they're not so hostile after all, but let's see how this ends.
Of course you do.
Since he seems to be wants to be done with this already. I'm assuming? It definitely sounds like a he. I don't know what's actually speaking to me. I'm looking at this thing, this plant creature. But considering we've got this other amoeba here, I don't know what the actually measured is as far as a race. Since it looks like these plant creatures look like the closest to being humanoid, or at least an actual species, if I had to guess. But I'm looking at this guy right now. He's the only one I could think of that's actually communicating to me.
Good. We have bylaws to enforce, and little time for conversations, sub-intelligent or otherwise.
I think this one's also moving as it talks. I'm just not entirely certain. I've been paying attention to this guy here. Well, let's go. They're probably going to attack me, as per Scryve law.
You have not filed the correct forms to leave.
Alright, give us the forms.
You have not filed the correct forms to receive the forms.
Alright, so what's the
You
alternative?
are in violation of Preform Filing Process LL284T of the Act of Youthful Aggression. The penalty is annulment.
Well, I told you. I called it. 2 ships, we're going to have to deal with them. I just have no idea what they're actually capable of, though. That's a bit of the trick. That's a bit of the problem. So what's my best choice? Well, again, I like the Taiwan because apparently they're my fastest ship, so at least it'd be good for me to get a feel for them, but with 2 different ships. And this one's probably not their main ship, I won't argue. I know the one that looks like a building is more to... Oh god, never mind, I take that back. It has the same kind of weapons they do, I believe. And they're heat-seeking bombs! Oh god, this is awful. That was amazing, mind you, considering how tenuous that situation just was for me. But we barely took any damage. Oh my god, that was scary. That was terrifying. I would love to switch my ships, but there's no option for that. This one has point defense on it, apparently, so gotta be mindful of it easily destroying my drones. Well, that was convenient. That was incredibly convenient. Well, I know we're not welcomed, and this ship's coming after us. And what was it? Delta? It was Delta Domos. Oh, it already gave me the waypoint. Another change if I have to assume. Well, we got directions, and of course I had to choose the wrong direction after disembarking. Okay, we already know you're going to attack us, so we'll leave. Don't think the homeworld's going to care for us saying hello either, but we're here, so we might as well say hello. And maybe check for some anomalies at the same time. No, never mind. Oh god, that's a giant station. Some of these ships are gigantic. I'm a little bit worried now.
Permission to initiate interspecies interaction level A8.
Yeah, this is going to get tedious and boring really quick. Give yourself permission to talk. Oh. Talk to us normally. Well, I would say give him permission, I suppose.
Fine. Self-permission granted to initiate interspecies What do you want?
We'll just go. Yeah, this is kind of a weird way just to leave, is it? Because they're the ones that are hailing me, after all. Or at least coming to me. Although, to be fair, I am in their territory, aren't I? Can you talk normally now? Let's just humor me a bit. Humor everyone.
Now that we've been granted permission for a sub-intelligent conversation, yes.
Okay.
I repeat, what do you want?
Well, we're heading to your homeworld right now.
You have not filed the correct forms to leave.
Nor will we, because we already know what's going to happen.
You are in violation of The penalty is annulment.
Did I read that right? There was a penalty for a no-form act? So I can't win in this conversation, can I now? And they're not really being forthcoming, the best, are they? But this Taiwan ship was actually surprisingly effective. So let's try it again. Oh, this is the real ship. The red tape, I forget what that's called, and demotivator. This is the true one that I remember from the skirmish. I just don't remember what the ability actually does aside for the dang, oh, heat-seeking weaponry. This is going to be irritating. And I thought I could destroy a projectile, apparently not. So we got our work cut out for us, don't we? Yeah, this is going to be problematic. If they're just going to keep on building up the numbers, for crying out loud. Because there's no way I want to fly into that crap. It died relatively quick at least, so there's always that, I suppose. And we got more company. I tried to talk. They don't want to. Do I have other alternatives? We got the ribbon, the boa ribbon. Since they don't seem to be incredibly mobile, they're just really small. And the triple laser would be pretty decent too. Let's mix up a bit. The Urian interceptor is going to try its luck. Oh, that's the wrong weapon. Because the boa is actually the left click, and the triple laser, which I've been using as my main weapon so far, is the right click. Well, that was scary for a moment. It was just barely out of range for a boa before. Oh god, they're all coming. And I don't want to find out what that thing is. That thing looks like it's terrifying. Well. Let's see what it's capable of. This might be scary. But if it's big, that means it's easy to hit. So we'll take the Sontar this time. It is definitely big. The measured backup. Oh, I don't want to find out what that is. Oh god, I don't want to find out what that gravity is like either. That thing has a lot of firepower. Good god. Oh my god. Well, this is going to get ugly in a hurry. I thought I was doing the smart thing, taking a long range, a slower match. This is going to get very painful. It got more than painful. Wow. I just lost my ability to move after that. I guess we're going super aggressive then. So long as I can dodge the first wave of that red tape, I am golden. Although if it stopped... Oh god, that was... That ship just nearly backstabbed me. Oh god, oh god. It was so close too to killing the cursed thing. Okay, it's dead. Nobody panic, it's dead. Oh my god, the ship survived, just barely. It was the right choice, but damn, that was awkward when I just barely didn't have the right facing and had to fly past it. Since it was one health away that entire time. Unidentified structure, what are you? Clearly you're not the homeworld. I honestly wasn't paying that much attention to where the homeworld was. I was just seeing the anomaly icon, that was it. If I were to be perfectly honest. Maybe it's a measured outpost of some kind that they kind of forgotten. Which would be kind of funny that they would forget.
Supply dialogue
Oh, never
objective
mind.
statement with supplemental information exchange authorization form following process V38967.3.
Okay, what is this place?
This is a land records office. This is not an asking questions office. Begin annoyance protocol H83. Shutting doors.
Okay. Well, at least they told us what the heck was going on here. Well, I was wondering about if this was an abandoned measured outpost or something. Apparently it was anything but abandoned. So, measurement office, this is the homeworld here, which we haven't checked, I believe.
Supply dialogue objective statement with supplemental information exchange authorization form following process V38967.3.
Okay. Are you going to welcome us? Are you going to help us out? Probably not. You are a plant, so you shouldn't be able to shoot at us.
We do not distribute information freely.
Well, we could buy.
Ward species of the Scryve Empire have severe restrictions on their information diets.
Diets.
But you are not a ward species.
Yep.
The act of youthful aggression mandates that we must destroy you. But it does not say anything about pre-destruction information sharing. An oversight, certainly.
Ooh, so
but
help
we
us.
can only enforce the law as written. That you would visit our homeworld is unprecedented. We will have to rely on older statutes to determine a course of action. You can consider yourself fortunate that older statutes viewed unknown aliens more favorably. We have decided you will be granted Lev 2 Visiting Scholar access privileges.
Well,
What
is
information do you require?
Well, I gotta say, the benefits of loopholes. Especially with a race that's all about doing it by the numbers, huh? So tell us what you can.
The Scryve are everything.
That's not helpful.
They are the light which shines.
No, they're not.
They are the path forward.
They're lying to you.
They are the sword which pierces the veil of ignorance.
I
They
disagree.
are sublime.
Geesh, you've been brainwashed fully, I gotta say. Can you summarize the Scryve's history then? Give us all the intel.
The Scryve were blessed by the gods with intelligence and strength.
Huh.
They lived in harmony with the other beings of their world, turning the beasts to labor and the plants to crops. There were conflicts, yes, but every dispute was settled honorably, and lengthy wars were all but unheard of. Their history contains none of the pauses or dark ages that so many others do. It is no surprise that they were the first among all sentient beings to reach the stars.
Huh, it almost sounds like they were uplifted by another race. Was it the precursors that did that? Interesting. Very interesting.
They were the first ones that mattered. There is evidence a species widely referred to as the precursors were active in this galaxy approximately 200,000 years ago.
That sounds accurate.
But where the Scryve were strong and wise and attractive, the
Attractive?
precursors were not. Preliminary analysis of precursor artifacts indicated they were large quadrupeds, likely covered in thick, unfashionable fur.
Yeesh.
Their technology was advanced for a non-Scryve species, but clearly not advanced enough for them to claim the galaxy for their own.
Well, they probably didn't want it. But geez, you're a quick judge of character, aren't you? Although, to be honest, I know really nothing about the precursors either. Aside for the fact I got to enjoy one of their battleships in the older StarControl games, so I'm maybe a little bit biased. You can't blame me, right?
It's the goal of anyone who gets remembered.
Ouch. Well, I don't think that's really true, right? I hope not.
Details of their ultimate fate are unknown.
Okay, that's
Further
helpful.
study of the precursors was halted by the Research Safety Act of 8259 ME.
So what happened?
Passage of this act followed the discovery of precursor technology that was pan-dimensional in nature.
Huh.
Technology which implied the precursors, and possibly other beings, existed in multiple branches of one larger multiverse.
Ooh, interesting. What would the other universes look like? Like our old classic version, I imagine.
Some have speculated they would look a bit like this one, just lower resolution.
I get it.
There was also some speculation these parallel universes were connected to the Rainbow Worlds somehow. These are unusually mineral-rich worlds, colored in vibrant hues. No known natural process could make such a world. Some Scryve archaeologists believed they were manifestations of a phenomena occurring at a higher or lower plane of reality. Following the deaths of those archaeologists as mandated by Clause 2 of the Research Safety Act, the theory was not explored further.
Okay, so there's a possibility of some form of multiverse traveling, maybe in a sequel, maybe? Or it could be part of the storyline. Who knows? I like the throwback there to the original StarControl, though. What would you... Oh, we already did that, so let's ask...
What information do you require?
Let's see, when did the Scryve reach the stars? Let's give us a timeline.
About 10,000 years ago, on 1319 ME of the modern calendar, the Scryve discovered the secrets of hyperspace. They expanded rapidly, taking with them the light of civilization. They encountered many primitive alien species during this era, and elevated them, teaching the beasts the nature of reason. It was these simple beasts who became the first warred species of the Empire.
Huh, who would they be? Who exactly are they, I wonder? Although, they've definitely been brainwashed. Ooh, tell us the Scryve homeworld, would you know that?
Scrivenosy lies far beyond the borders of this province. It is glorious, a beacon of luminousness which shines across the galaxy.
You make it sound like you've been there.
You will be permitted to go nowhere near it.
I could try. I have the fleet for it, don't I? We're getting a lot of intel,
what
though.
information do you require?
Let's see. How many aliens are in the Empire?
At present, there are 8 ward species of the Scryve Empire in this region, but there have been far more in the past.
And then they've been...
Wars, disease, and various problematic events have claimed many others. Civilization is not for everyone.
Yeah, it's a tough business, but I somehow suspect the Scryve wiped them out. I'm going to assume, since after all, we kind of got that impression when they met us. How many species have come and gone?
Records from the earliest days of the Empire are incomplete, rendering the precise count difficult. Additionally, the count is complicated by the number of weak species who went extinct prior to subsumption into the Empire, typically
Or
following
eradicated.
contact with Scryve-based pathogens.
Ow. Yeah, so Scryve killed
Using the
them.
best available methodology, auditors estimate that 200 to 220 species were wards of the Empire, but do not survive to this day. Attrition rates were highest during the Contagion and during the Exraki blasphemy.
Huh. Who were the Sraki? I recognize the name somewhere.
The Scryve bestowed light upon the Exraki in 8188 ME. A primitive and savage species, the Exraki would have surely wiped themselves out without the Scryve's intervention.
I find that likely.
But with education
Unlikely.
and a firm hand to guide them, the Exraki adapted well to their new life in the Empire. For a time, all was well, but the Scryve were trusting and did not detect the cunning and hate that lurked within the Exraki.
Trusting, really?
Envious of the Scryve, they took the light of civilization and twisted it. In 8249 ME, Exraki Marines across the Scryve fleet committed mutiny, seizing the ships from their betters. With these vessels under their power, the Exraki commenced a terrible campaign of destruction.
Ooh, rebellion. Well done, Sraki. Let's praise them, huh?
At great cost.
Ooh, interesting.
Many Scryve and ward species perished. The Exraki seemed to take special pleasure in targeting these weaker beings.
Really?
It was only on the step of Scryve No Seat itself that they were finally turned back. Then, even with the war slowly turning against them, the Exraki refused to surrender. Each Exraki, young and old, strong and frail, fought to the death.
I really hope they weren't so hateful that they killed other ward species that were suffering the same fate as them. Because, after all, there has been a lot of twisting the narrative here. It's safe to assume. But what happened? Fought to death or were they exterminated? Let's see, what happened after the war?
The Scryve grieved greatly for the deaths of their loyal ward species.
I doubt it.
In the following years, they took several critical steps to ensure the safety of those under their care. New ward species would be permitted to join the Empire only after extensive screening. The Scryve began grooming species for the responsibility of civilization, not trusting enlightenment to happen on its own. And no longer would the Empire seek to expand its borders, risking contact with a new alien, perhaps more dangerous than the Exraki. The age of exploration and expansion had ended.
So the Sraki did a lot of damage to the Scryve. So this is interesting. What about the Contagion?
Beginning in 7101 ME, both Scryve and ward species were stricken by an unknown illness. The disease was traced to a virus of unusual potency, capable of crossing interspecies barriers. Once the virus took hold, death was certain, sudden, and violent. Eventually, a cure was discovered, and the Scryve hurried to spread it to all in need. But by that point, the contagion had already claimed the lives of trillions, wiping out entire races.
Doesn't tell us much about what caused it or where it came from, mind you. We do know that the Scryve battlecruiser kind of has some kind of like... this... what is it? The Scryve battlecruiser we encountered had like some creatures that were like... supposed to poison his plant? I can't remember what the story was on the one we encountered, but I wonder if that was experimentation, something like that. That led to that anyway. I'm not sure. We're getting a lot of intel.
What information do you require?
I think we're just about done, though, otherwise. Tell us about the current rebellion. Is there actually a rebellion going on? This is news to me.
There is no rebellion.
Okay, I figured. There clearly is a rebellion. I don't think I want to hint that the Muke are plotting against them. Oh, aliens. Yeah, that's true. There's some aliens are attacking them.
There is no rebellion. That is a mistake.
You're not helping us. Alright. We got a lot of intel, though.
What information do you require?
Just not much intel on who could help us, potentially, though. That's the only downside of all this. We don't know who these people are that are fighting them.
Do you need anything else?
I think we're done. Are you ready to try and kill us?
This is not the proper departure filing process.
Well, you need to tell us what it
Please
is.
fill out Form LLT643-H, apology for improper departure filing process within 15 business days.
We'll get back to you on that. Oh my god, they didn't actually attack us. Well, I am thankful for encountering the measure. We got some intel. I just don't know what to do with it. Maybe I should seriously consider going to Beta Boklos next, since we are within striking distance now, but we're also within striking distance of the Mechmac territories as well as the Meowlings, which we know absolutely nothing about, so maybe that's where I go next? I think helping the Muke, helping our current allies, might be a better choice, so I think we're going to go northward after I refuel.